What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to GHET-TO Sports, sports talk with street flavor. Once again, I have the gear on, so you know what that means. The Knicks has moved on to the Eastern Conference Final, once again sweeping the competition out of the playoffs. This is the second time in my lifetime I've seen the Knicks sweep Philly. Okay? First time was Patrick Ewing and Mark Jackson sweeping Barkley out of the playoffs, and now it is Bronson and the boys sweeping Embiid out of the playoffs. Okay, it is over with. But like I always say, always represent the brand too. So you all gotta always represent yourself. And on this day, happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. Okay, I know all the Knicks mothers are very, very happy. And it's been a sad weekend in Philly. Not only did the Knicks sweep the Sixers out of the playoffs, the Carolina Hurricanes swept the Flyers last night out of the playoffs. So this weekend, Philly should be a clean town because they got swept in hockey and they got swept in basketball. So what is next? Who do you like? What is your team about to do? Indeed, yes, I have Knick gear for years. I'm sorry, my brother. So, but like we're saying, what's next? The Knicks, with their three-point shooting and their defense, did a hell of a thing to Philly. They came back against Atlanta. Now, they're waiting the winner out of Detroit and Cleveland. Cleveland this year, they was 2-1 against Cleveland. Against Detroit, they was 0-3. Detroit waxed them all 3 times. 2 times, I believe, 2 times in Detroit, 1 time in the Garden. So, can the Knicks overcome what's about to happen? Because I think we're Harden showing up for 9 minutes or 90 seconds down the stretch, and the Cleveland getting the victory. Can he do that for the next few games? I believe this series should go at least 7 games. I mean, no, we're saying 6, but at least 7. You know, we're hoping for 7. We know it might be 6, but we're hoping for 7. Okay? Now the Knicks could get a little more rest for OG. Hart got little bumps and bruises. So did Cat. A lot of falling for Cat in game 4. You know, he got to stay away from those stilly fouls. Okay? Next, in the next round, you're going to play some big guys that's a little bit healthier than Embiid was. And you need to be on the court. Okay, Cat? So we need you there on the court. So stop with these silly fouls that's going on with you. Okay? So let's see if the Knicks can move forward. Last year, they made the conference finals after, 25 years? And now they're back-to-back in the conference finals. So the next step is to go to that next step, which is to go to the NBA finals. So let's see if the Knicks can do that. If they play Cleveland, they have home court advantage. Okay? That means they roll through the Garden for the championship. Against Detroit, they got to go to Detroit and play at the Palace and see what happens, with Detroit. And like I said, Detroit has waxed them all year. But this is a different animal, like I tell y'all all the time. The playoffs is a different animal. Cabe is finding that out with his first round against Orlando. Now he's going to finally see what Harden and Spider's about. But can the Knicks overcome those 2 teams to make themselves go to the finals? We will see. LA, I'm sorry, Laker fans. Y'all 0-3 against the Thunder. The Thunder is on a march right now. And guess what? SGA has not shown up yet. He's been there, but he hasn't been that X factor. He hasn't been that killer like he normally is. And they waxing, y'all. So, LA, holler at the kid. Let me know what's going on. Kid, and JJ said, a coach should say this. My team can still come out of this. He should say that with pride. okay? Because he's a head coach. He should say that. And tonight, we have the Timberwolves against that alien, Wemby. Can Wemby do his thing, okay, and take his team to the next level and keep Ant-Man from going to the conference final 3 years in a row? They up 2-1 against Ant. Can Ant make a challenge? Can he make a push? We will see. I think this will go about 6 games. If Wemby them win tonight, it might be a gentleman's sweep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Minnesota. You know I like Ant, okay? But it might be a gentleman's sweep if Wemby wins tonight. And like I said, he controls the paint. So those mid-range shots is a little difficult for everyone. That's why they had the number against OKC this year. Wemby was in the middle, swatting everything. And guess what? SGA, that's his game, the mid-range. You know, he's one of the few players left in basketball that can kill you from the mid-range shot. Not the three-point line, but the mid-range shot. He can kill you from that. So we must see what happens going forward. It looks like it's going to be a collision course for the Spurs and Oklahoma City. The Lakers? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's over for the Lakers on Monday night. I'm sorry. I am sorry. It's over for the Lakers on Monday night. Okay, Wemby will get some rest. OKC will get some rest. Wemby, I think you're going to go at least 6. And we'll see what happens. Okay? We'll see what happens. I'll still pull for Ant if they could pull it out tonight, make it 2-2, then go back to San Antonio and see what happens, and then come back to Minnesota. You know, then we see if somebody can force a Game 7. But it is going to go like it's the way it looks right now. Wemby against OKC. And we see what happens from there. Then you never know. We might get a rematch of that in-season tournament, Knicks and Spurs, where the Knicks beat the Spurs. Then maybe they can finally put up both banners at the end of the year. But we will see. We will see, my good people. We will see. And, you know, you got the legend behind me, the jersey. He's out of the hospital right now. So, big up to Big L, you know, being out of the hospital. Still, send your prayers and wishes, you know, to the Taylor family. You know, something with the stomach and everything. So keep up your prayers for Big L, you know, LT, Lawrence Taylor. You know, so he get a speedy recovery. And like I said, it's still the off season for football. We're still looking for, where's Rodgers at? Is he going to sign with anybody? He's in Pittsburgh, but they say he didn't meet with Pittsburgh. What the hell is going on? We know he wants to stay there and play, got something to prove. Or he could be a mercenary, wait till somebody get hurt, then have a team sign him, you know, and see what he can do. A la Rivers last year. But we ain't going for that. Okay. Braves, Yankees, you know, what was having, you know, the best records in baseball. The Yankees got swept this weekend by the Brewers. Got swept. Okay? So, let's see what happens with the rest of this road trip. Can they bounce back and win a couple and still have that best record in the American League? In the National League, the Braves are playing the Dodgers and holding their own. So, the Braves, they no joke right now. Oh, they with the Braves, they lost Turner this week. Then they went behind and lost Bobby Cox. Then, you know, the Yankees announcer was a Brave announcer. You know, so basically, they said sometimes death comes in threes. Braves lost it 3 times. The announcer, the head coach, and the owner. They lost, you know, 3. Sometimes they said death comes in threes and came with 3s with the Braves. So our condolences go out to Yankees and Brave fans for the announcer and for their head coach and former owner, you know, Turner Field and all that for the Braves. So our prayers go out to both organizations out there. But like we said, going forward, did you go to GHET-TO Sports and Harlem.com and get your mother a shirt for Mother's Day? Happy Mother's Day, mothers out there. Mwah! And we'll see the Knicks in the next round.